Well, there goes pizza and a movie night.
Oh, good grief!
Did someone phone the gnome?
Willard, we should have gotten that home generator you suggested.
Can you help us?
Well, we don't want movie night to be Lights Out, the sequel.
Be ready for the next power outage. Get 0% interest for 60 months when you get a new generator installed with Willard. Schedule a free consultation now. Phone the gnome 972-968-8888.
Big or small, Willard handles it all.
Ugh, this sink won't budge.
Did someone phone the gnome?
No.
Yes, I did, Willard. This DIY plumbing project isn't working. We need your help.
No need to strain. The gnome's got your drain.
Don't let a clog drain your day. Call Willard the Gnome. Schedule service online at willardac.com or phone the Gnome 972-968-8888.
Big or small, Willard handles it all.
It's hotter inside than outside.
Did someone phone the gnome?
Willard, I'm melting.
Melting? Let me get to work. We'll have no human candles on my watch.
Don't sweat it. Call Willard the Gnome. Take advantage of Willard's 2-year parts and labor guarantee and get a $49 AC tune-up that works like magic. Schedule service online at willardac.com or phone the Gnome 972-968-8888.
Big or small, Willard handles it all.
ask that you now stand and remove your hats as we pay attention to our national anthem. Tonight's starters for Austin Rise FC, 00 Urban, 11, Chris Young, number 6, Westwood, 33, Davidson, 22.
Bienvenidos, familia de los Vaqueros, and welcome to W.O. Barnes Stadium, where tonight your Fort Worth Vaqueras take on the Austin Rise FC. And good evening again. This is Matt Quinn along with John Carney tonight, bringing you a live broadcast here on YouTube all around the world. You get to watch the Fort Worth Vaqueras play, and as well on NSN, the National Soccer Network. The WPSL broadcast, our third one of the season here. The Fort Worth Vaqueras come in with a record of 0 wins and 3 losses, unfortunately, but 1 draw as well. Unfortunately as well, they're in the last at the table of the Lone Star Conference. The first on top of the table is Austin Rise, the team they'll be playing tonight. 3 wins, 1 draw, and no losses. Austin Rise, in one of those wins, they beat Fort Worth at their location 2-0. As you can see, the players, Austin Rise, wearing the dark blue with the red trim around, and the red collars around their their dark blue shorts and dark blue socks. Austin Rise, again, a record of 3-1-0 atop the table in the Lone Star Conference. They beat Fort Worth 2-0 just 2 weeks ago down in House Park, their home place, their home base. And I imagine, John, they are this is the first time that a team has played Fort Worth for the second time, and could be kind of interesting here for both squads.
You make a really, really good point. Now, the Vaqueros have had good games and bad games. We were here on Thursday night. It wasn't such a great game.
Right.
Or as we define as a bad game. But to lose 2-0 away from your home park isn't horrible. You know, there's a lot to gather, and to come back here, I think we're into something that might be pretty entertaining tonight.
Right. I would agree. The Jesse Curry in the goal for the Vaqueras also got the start against Austin down there in House Park, the Austin Rise, as well as Peyton Urban, the goalkeeper for Austin. Last year, she was the Lone Star Conference all-conference goalkeeper, or from the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. Here, Fort Worth, looks like they may have won the toss as they're getting ready to take a picture for the starting 11. And those starting 11 here for Fort Worth: Madison Brooks, Claire Jacobson, Lana Torres, Mia Wallach makes a return, an Angelo State alum. Leslie Gedeka, the hometown product from Castleberry. Maya Sanchez, number 15. Emma Best, who has started all 4 games in the backside for Midlothian and Lubbock Christian. Annabelle Westbrook, Aiden Bailey, the old lone goal scorer for the team so far, is also out of Arlington Heights High School, a Yellow Jacket. Rylan Burkhart from Decatur High School, and Jesse Curry, as we mentioned, playing at SMU. For Austin Rise, the goalkeeper, Peyton Urban, is starting. Ryan Jurgovich, number 2. Lauren Westwood, number 6. Katie Gernsbacher, number 8. Gabrielle Christian, 11. Maya Ramirez. Aika Tobaru, who had a goal in the last match, one of them. Saki Takaki had the other goal, number 22. Nagi Higashi, number 25. Reese Carpenter and Michelle Davidson. Those are the starters for Austin Rise as they move around Fort Worth with their lighter blue, we'll call that, jerseys with the yellow shorts.
That's something to talk about throughout the broadcast, but we'll talk about the blues. That's what we're talking about. Yes.
The very sharp blue kits the Vaqueras wear with the Coca-Cola and white script across the front with their yellow shorts and blue socks. Hopefully the referee can see that and discern between the two.
Hopefully you can see it, Matt.
I can definitely see the white numbers, thankfully. That throw in here for number 6, Westwood.
I don't mind the blue, yellow, blue. I kind of like it.
Not at all. That's kind of nice, yeah. Yep. So the 4th official making a change with the ball so early. Interesting. 1 minute into the match. That throw into number 8, Gernsbacher. And she's all the way across to Jurgovich, who loses one, and a goal kick here for Fort Worth. The start.
Yeah, Lauren Westwood was immediately, she's like, this ball's no good. To ask for another one, which I love.
That is something to behold, that's for sure.
Higashi immediately saw the effects of the sun. The ball was coming right at her, and she just like threw her hands up like, I have no idea where the ball is.
Probably a different kind of pitch, a style of pitch that these ladies have played on. And here's an opportunity for Fort Worth with Sanchez along the right side, marked by Tabaru. That ball sails over and probably out of bounds, looking for number 9, Launa Torres. And I say this pitch is a little bit different. It's a little smaller, I imagine, than most pitches, especially the one at House Park. Both this and House Park, this stadium, W.O. Barnes, both of them older, built for football primarily, but do not have a track around them. But the one thing about House Park that is different from W.O. Barnes is that it's an east-west track. So it appears that Austin is going to be looking into the sun for a while. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out for them.
We talked about it on Thursday, Matt. That 7 o'clock start. It's only 30 minutes, but it's such a difference maker.
You can see the goalkeeper, Peyton Urban, the goalkeeper wearing green, is shielding from the sun with one of her hands. So this could be an opportunity here for Fort Worth to do something. So an under 8 clear occurs, and that comes back to number 17, Emma Best. Goes it back to the goalie, Curry.
It is interesting to talk about this so early, but what we saw in that last possession for the Vaqueros looked really, really, really good. But sometimes you're making too many passes. To your point about the sun being in the goalkeeper's eyes, look at her now. We don't have the camera on her, but her hand is up like she needs a ball cap, you know?
Right.
So if you are 10, 15, 20, even 25 yards out, put your head down and take a rip. Test the goalkeeper early. This is very hockey, and I know we talk about this often as well, but the fact that, the Dallas Stars, when they play in the Oilers, they needed a goal, and they needed it early. They needed to score first. I think the Vaqueros need to do the exact same thing.
And especially where they are on the table, why not bring all the players up and try to do something, get a lead early? Fort Worth looking for their first win, their second goal of the season even. So, but to your point, John, you're very, very right on with that. An opportunity here for, and that's number 12, Maya Ramirez, for them trying to move it around, but well defended by Fort Worth. They don't call obstruction anymore, John, but that was pretty close.
No, Emma Best, just doing what she does.
Right.
Big, strong.
Right. Emma
Shield,
Best,
yes.
5'9". Lubbock Christian product. Be a junior upcoming, a upperclassman. That ball goes out. And again, for all of you watching from Austin, if you are hopefully watching before the TST tournament, this is also something you're probably very interested in, Austin. We've only got 4 feet along those touch lines over on the left-hand side of the field where you see where the ball is close to. Only 7 feet where the players and the coaches line up. This was built in 1958 for football, obviously, but no track. It was really kind of neat. It reminds people a little bit of House Park, but the cool thing about it is it's in the middle of a neighborhood, and so it's got more of an English Premier feel to it. We hope you're watching and enjoying our match before maybe you'll have both of them on, as the TST match will start around 7:30. And Austin Rise will take on Bumpy Pitch FC in the quarterfinals of the TST. Meanwhile, back here Fort Worth trying to field each other out. 14, Ika Tabaru.
Oh, my.
With a nice pass to Gernsbacher. Played back quickly to Bailey for Fort Worth. That one to Sanchez, and she holds on to the ball. Referee says play on. Could have gone anywhere. Unfortunately, Madison Brooks has the errant pass, and here comes Austin. There's a chance along the right side for number 11, Crusoni. Right here, she brings it up to the 18, but well defended by 17. Emma Best, always on the spot. Picked up quickly here for Austin. That ball to 22, Takaki. Rylan Burkhart with a steal, holding off the shred. Good shield there for her as she moves the ball along and being held. The referee said, well, I'm not having any of that. Rylan Burkhart, the junior from Decatur High School.
Tobaru already, we've seen a couple of things early. A little push, a little shove, a little grab here, a grab there. And if this is the way it's going to be, I'm all about this. This is going to be fun.
And Tobaru scored one of the 2 goals in the match just a week and a half ago. These 2 teams met. And that with Westwood moves the ball up, and she's got another chance to reset. Westwood all the way across. A nice pass to number 8, Gernsbacher. Defended by 14, Gerika. And she gets all of her 5'6" frame in there to get that ball out of bounds.
You bet she does. What a great tackle.
The Castleberry product played on this field for 4 years. She's well equipped to know where the turf monsters are, I suppose. Austin still controlling the ball. And that ball up to Crescione. And a shot outside. And I would say that Curry had it measured all the way.
I think so. Let's, while we're early in the match, I was able to start the clock on time. That's normally an issue with me. But let's go ahead and see if we can. And yes, we're going to have replay tonight.
All right.
Boys and girls.
All right.
But you said it best here, Matt. Yep, no issue for the goalkeeper at all as we go back in trouble. Nice.
Nice play there again by Gerika, getting that ball out of bounds. Settling. I thought we were going to have another ball change with Westwood throwing the ball in, but we're now on our 3rd ball. Highly unusual for a match this level, but nonetheless, 4th official getting to do something. That's Westwood with the ball there for Austin. Looks across. Time and space.
Here comes Sanchez.
Sanchez, there we go, John. All the way to the right with Launa Torres on the right-hand side, but picked up quickly by Crescione. And a throw in here. Oh, well, I guess so. A throw in for Austin. She won that one. You probably can hear in our crowd mic the coach, Rogerio Salaya. He's in his 17th match as the leader of the Austin Rise squad. the record of 10-4-2. On the other side, we got Sergio Bernal. Fort Worth in their first season. Fort Worth again, just their 5th game ever. Looking for their first win. Back out to Best. She comes up, and that could have been kind of interesting if Burkhardt had used that, the goalie all the way out, way up on her D.
Burkhardt had a decision to make to run with the ball or put her back to the ball and collect and then look for options. And she chose the former, and that's okay, but it didn't work out. But you saw it, Matt, and I saw it. Torres was streaking down that right side, ready for just a simple ball right into the passing lane.
Right. And that is an interesting point, John. That comes number 11, Crescione. The pass inside to the 6, and then a save by Curry. Jesse Curry right on the post. Turns this one away and into a corner kick. The first one for Austin. And Austin going to take this one. All the players inside for Fort Worth. This looks like an outswinger, and just a short one to 14. And there, what a save by Curry. And an opportunity here for them. Reese Carpenter is turned away, number 32, and Fort Worth stems the tide. It's the ball out. Very good defense there on that corner kick, John.
We've talked about this in the past. You can defend and defend well, but when you clear, it's got to go. It's got to go. You cannot, for 45 minutes, for 20 minutes, there are stretches where you feel like you're defending well, but you just can't get the ball from defense to midfield to forward. You know, you can't get that transition, and that's what's brilliant about what's happened there. They weathered the storm, and everything came back okay.
So here's a ball that gets cleared out, but the referee saw offside, and especially in the middle. And I would imagine that Rylan Burkhardt, number 20, would want to have that one back. As a striker, a true striker, is looking for something unabated to the goal, and unfortunately was just a step too quick. The referee's liking, so this is an indirect kick. While the referee's hand is up. Number 11, Crescione takes it. A former cadet of VMI, Virginia Military Institute. That is an issue. We're going to make sure we've got some good soccer balls here tonight.
What could possibly be going on, really?
Because when the balls go into the bleachers over there, they're kind of hard to get because there's nobody there. And so we don't have any ball chasers. That's the way it works. And it's hot for everyone out there right now.
So I know the guy that lives right over there. I could call him and say, hey, call your neighbor and go get the ball.
That's it. You get in for free. You get to watch soccer for free. Why not? What's wrong with that? Really good soccer here. Nice play by Jacobson. As she looks for Burkhardt.
Oh.
Burkhardt with a nice move. Working on 33, Michelle Davidson. Into that corner, but Burkhardt, unfortunately, that ball goes out for a corner kick. It's time for our weather report, sponsored by the chat room. On the corner of Magnolia and South Lake in Fort Worth, and the usual, just a free kick away as well, easily Fort Worth's 8th and 9th best bars. The temperature tonight, 91 as we start the game, a little bit over 100 on the field. And the wind is very light, 5 degrees south. And gusting to 13. The humidity is 57%. And the sun sets at 8:36. So that means that not only Austin will have the entire field in the sun to look at, Fort Worth will in the second half. This game starting at 7 o'clock. All right. So, throw in here by Annabelle Westbrook. Well, maybe not. They overruled it. Best is going to have to play this one, and she does. Almost a souvenir for someone in the crowd.
I don't have a problem with that.
Nice clear out.
Get it out of there, get back,
right.
Find your shape.
Everybody mark.
Catch your breath,
Why not? Yeah, catch your breath. Yeah, doesn't hurt anybody. Throw in. Let's just make sure we defend it well, though, and we've got an opportunity here for Austin. Crescione is now on the right-hand side, or excuse me, the left-hand side instead of the right-hand where she's been most of the match. Higashi. And this shot in to Carpenter. Played well by the goalkeeper for Fort Worth, Jesse Curry. Third goalkeeper in 5 games for Fort Worth. Curry also in that match where they lost 2-0 to Austin. This ball played back and into the son of Peyton Urban, able to pick that one up in the Sun field.
All right, here's an opportunity.
Here
Take
it
your
is.
time. You got her square. There we go. Go
Here it
again,
is. Turn,
again,
turn,
again.
Turn. And she's right there. Oh. We had Maya Sanchez all alone, no one around her.
That's not bad there.
Westwood plays it out. And Higashi plays it out. Now here comes Best. Collected. And here's a chance for Gernsbacher. Nice play by Gedeka. And looks for Ryland. And played out quickly by Carpenter. Reese Carpenter from Creighton. 2 of the Blue Jays on this squad from Austin Rise. Fort Worth here with a throw-in. 16 minutes into the match and no score between these two. Fort Worth Vaqueros and the Austin Rise FC. Referee saw the hand go up, unfortunately.
I saw a bunch of hands going. What was going on there?
Like Torres had her hand up, and then unfortunately, referee happened to be right there. So free kick for them. Yeah, nice steal. Or a Wallach. Mia Wallach able to come up with something, but with no produce on that. That ball played out, and Fort Worth here with the throw-in. Again, Fort Worth playing with the, I'd say, lighter blue of the 2 shades. The yellow shorts and the blue socks. The Austin Rise, the dark blue shirts with the red trim around the collars and the armholes, I guess, and then the blue shorts.
I don't like the dark blue, black, but the red stripes on the sleeves help it a little bit. Not to be a uniform czar or anything.
As well, a long one, and that one picked up by Urban right outside of her penalty area. And she's been using all of her penalty area this this first 17 minutes.
It's almost like it's a dark blue top. It's not even a black. It's a darker blue and a darker blue. And
right.
I mean, I guess.
Right. And those of you watching the TST version of the Austin Rise that are out there playing for that $1 million prize, a little different jerseys for them. They've got more of a lighter blue and white and red. Classy jersey they're playing with. And we wish them well as they take on Bumpy Pitch FC. The interesting names that you see in this broadcast or the TST thing, but they're getting ready to start here soon. Good luck for them playing in the women's semifinals. All right, back to action here at W. Barnes. Fort Worth trying to feel each other out. And, John, I think that they played a much better game in this one so far in the first 17, 18 minutes than they did in the previous game this past Thursday.
That was a great idea. Uh-oh.
See a lot more ball movement, a lot more movement, especially with the midfielders.
Maya Sanchez lost her shin guard. Look at that. And she pulls the sock up and goes underneath. I haven't seen that forever.
How about that?
So we talk about, Thursday we talked about possession.
Yep.
And I think the Vaqueros have held possession. Now, what does that mean? You know, the U.S. men's national team lost today.
Yep.
Holding 60% of the possession.
Yep. The shot taken by Gernsbacher from about 30 yards out, but deflected well and dribbles up to Curry. They continued to play small, and then unfortunately not watching there is Westbrook, but it turned out all right. I do think that Austin Rise is having a little bit of difficulty with the sun and the field, but these are well-conditioned athletes, so they'll figure it out a little bit after a while.
I would like to think The sun in the field has nothing to do with it, and the Vaqueros are just outplaying them.
That has something to do with it, yes. They are outplaying them. I agree with you. A nice save by Curry, her 4th of the match so far.
There is nothing cooler than a goalkeeper with sleeves all the way up and mitts on.
Yep. That ball meant for Burkhart. Just a little too tall for her and falls to the feet of Urban. And that's Carpenter. Unfortunately, that ball goes out. Fort Worth a lot of pressure up front to playing that 4-3-3 that they have been playing. Looks like a substitute here for Fort Worth, the first one of the match for either side.
Look at who we got.
And that's number 2, Katie Jones.
Now, did we miss it? Was she missing the bandage last week, or did we just miss it? She came in late in the game as a sub.
Right, immediately proved a spark for the team.
You bet your butt she did.
So coming off, and of course in these matches they get to come back on. So Rylan Burkhart going to take a seat 20 minutes in.
And I liked what she did, what she was doing up top. She was holding possession. She was turning her back to the goal, collecting the ball, looking for options.
Right.
So no, I think this is just a kind of a refresher for Burkhart. Not that she did anything wrong. She will be back.
Yeah, they will be back. And unlike the men's matches where you have to come out, you don't go back into the match, there's free substitution in the women's matches. And here's an opportunity here and a score by number 8, Gernsbacher in the 21st minute. A nice pass all the way across. Looked like Krishone there with it, but Gernsbacher with the first marker of the match. It's 1-0 Austin Rise.
We're going to look at this, Matt. I have never – look at the composure for
yeah.
It doesn't matter. Whatever. Look at this composure. Hold on. Let's watch this. Transition, and then let's see this goal. Now, something got lost. Somebody lost somebody, because look at her.
She's wide open.
I'm going to go back. We'll go back to this.
It's an opportunity there by Launa Torres, number 9, for the Vaqueros to try to even the score.
I don't think that's true, Matt.
I think it might be number 8.
8. Oh, just 21st minute.
21st minute.
I am I'm getting in Matt's way. He's the professional. I'm like, you did it all wrong. And he's like, dude, I've been doing this a long time. Just leave me alone.
So Fort Worth with a chance here. Defended well by Austin. That's picked up by 6. Madison Brooks. And Emma Best is near forehead, but a 2-on-2 developing here for Austin.
Look at number 8 again.
Number 8
she
wide open.
She found herself again. She found herself again.
And looks again, probably should have taken that herself.
Totally
That
agree.
shot at it, but there Bailey able to kick the ball out.
The Vaqueras need to kick it in somebody's backyard right now and find their shape defensively fast.
I mean, we might have gotten away with one here, but the throw in deep into the corner.
Okay, so this is going the other way. Let's look at this goal again, and let's look at Gernsbacher. Look how this is so cool. Look, obviously, when you have time and space, look at this. She finds herself. Look how composed this is. And she bangs it off the post. Oh, that's just brilliant.
Right, brings it down with her right shoulder and then plays it with her right foot into the corner. A little difficult there for Curry to be able to pick up quickly. And there's a handle right there by Tobaru.
For the Vaqueros. Brought to you by Castleberry Independent School District.
Sorry about it.
1-0. No, you're right.
So I'll get a picture of this, and I'm going to show you. I'll kind of throw it to the media. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to show you what Matt does, and it's really, really cool. I don't know if I can even do that.
So we're very lucky we get to broadcast these matches from an inside booth. You're not outside. That's number 2, Ryan Jurgovich. Play the ball inside. And she does for Davidson. As they try to cycle the ball around, that's Tobaru. Got to Davidson. And inside the penalty area, played out quickly to 15 Sanchez. She's got 3 players on her. Ooh. Can she get that ball out of there? Fort Worth really needs to try to catch this ball and, like John said, catch their shape. Gedeka on the defense. And to move the ball around, the defenders even have to, or the offensive players have to become defenders quickly. That's number 2, Jurgovic, with the ball. That pass out to the left to 25, Higashi. And to play it out quickly by 18, Westbrook. Going back to John's point, what we do, we're inside, and I end up writing the goal scorers and anything else, yellow cards, red cards, whatever, on the wall or on the window. So that's what he's talking about. Coming into the match, Sherika Virtue, number 3, her first time tonight. She replaces Madison Brooks, the Wayland Baptist product. Probably going to be playing in the middle, and number 8, likely the center mid. Good to see some substitutions here by Coach Bernal. Early in the match, you get these and keep everybody hydrated, keep everybody interested and loose. Nice play here for Westwood, but like a foul has been called by the referee, and a free kick ensuing for Austin. Curry is demanding a 2-player wall, maybe 3. Looks like 3 right outside the penalty area, and the referee will walk the prescribed 10 yards or so. As he walks the walk back, the players take their time, of course, as they can. This ball taken by the goal scorer here, Gernsbacher, the former North Texas and UT player. Inside, she saw something, but well defended by Gedeka. 26 minutes into the match, the only goal scored by Katie Gernsbacher, number 8 for the Austin Rise squad. And most of the possession has been in the attacking third of Fort Worth. Here's 24 comes into the match, Alexis Lawrence. And
Coming on the pitch for Austin Rise, number 24, Alexis Lawrence.
stepping off, number 25, Nagi Higashi. So back to regular play. Fort Worth trying to get this ball out of their penalty area.
Away.
Virtue, away. You're right, John. Get something, an under 8 clear would be good right here. This ball quickly up to Curry, and an easy restaurant quality save for her with two hands. Look at that.
All right, so this is what Matt does. So he takes these, what do you call them? Whiteboard things, and he writes them on the window. So that's his 21st minute. Gernsbacher right there. Number 8. Now, I only saw 21, and I'm like, dude, you got all this wrong. Now, Matt's been doing this for 35-plus years, and I'm just kind of got in the way.
35 years.
I will not do that anymore.
Thank you, John. That was, I believe that was a compliment. Thank you.
It was a compliment. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. 35. It's around like 20. But
that's not true.
That's fine.
How old are you? So, if I take 30 years minus your age, all right. Well, we don't have to. We don't have to do that.
We don't. I wasn't the prescribed age to graduate from college, but I was close. All right. We're both North Texas alums, both proud Eagles, proud Mean Green. John Carney and I, as well as the assistant coach Eric Alonso, was also a North Texas graduate. Fort Worth playing good defense here, just trying to keep get the ball out. And that's not, like you said, John, these clears aren't bad necessarily because you get to reset your defense.
Well, at some point you're going to have to transition from the back to the midfield to the front. And those are the best clears. You know, obviously you don't want to just bang it away. But at times, that's what you need.
What you need right there.
But all the possession lately in the last 5-6 minutes has been in the Vaqueros' defensive third, and that is not what you want.
Not what you want, and unfortunately, Virtue there, not what she wants either. The pass right to the Austin Rise team as they set up in a nice hook there by number 8, Gernsbacher.
Are you kidding me? I've never seen anything like that.
Fort Worth able to A defense and odd up the head of Westwood, or that would have been very interesting for Fort Worth. It's a little taller than Westwood, all that 5'10" frame of her. Westwood's a very interesting player. She was at St. Bonaventure, a junior, and now she's from Farnborough, England, just southwest of London, and now going to attend Wyoming, University of Wyoming. What a difference between St. Bonaventure out on the east side of the country over to Wyoming, in Laramie, Wyoming. Anyway, she'll get used to the heat over there in Wyoming by playing tonight. The temperature starting tonight was 91 degrees. And she's ready for that down in Austin as well. So, played on the squad last year, probably used to the heat. That ball back to Urban. Redistributed to 22, Takaki. Works on Virtue. There's a nice pass, and defending is best along that right side. And she finds Tubaru. This is almost a passing clinic here for Austin right now, but that ball picked up quickly by the defense and by Jessie Curry. 31 minutes into the match, Fort Worth really looking for their first shot on goal. You'd like to see Fort Worth do something here to capitalize with the sun field on the other side. And a throw in here for Fort Worth.
You know, you said something on the last broadcast on Thursday that I never really picked up on, but the Vaqueros goalkeepers, now we are not going to judge the goalkeepers for this team because of who the coach is, obviously, but not a lot of just punting and getting it out kind of a thing. It's a lot of let's put the ball back down, quickly outside, maybe 15 yards forward. You have the ability to turn, and maybe that's kind of what we've been talking about. It's kind of a transition thing. We defend as a team, we attack as a team. So therefore, maybe it's like, hey, we have to be better as a defensive unit, transitioning from midfield to forward. Anyway,
Right.
But I do apologize because you said it all night long on Thursday, and I just never really caught on. Look at this.
Oh, there was an opportunity there for Maya Sanchez from the right foot of Guernica, and did not materialize. Yeah, John, it is interesting to play that smaller type ball. But if you are trying to kick the ball, punt the ball, whatever, your offensive players are also looking into the sun. So maybe the idea is to try to keep the ball low and move the ball quickly down the field that way and earn some valuable space. But nonetheless, nice move there by Torres. And no foul.
Referee, dude, get your head out of your ass, dude. You're better than that.
Well,
really? I mean,
that was a little suspect, yeah.
There's 300 people just saw exactly what we saw, and he's the only one that missed it?
And all around the world on YouTube, they saw it as
well,
John. So Guernica here picks up the ball for Fort Worth. Looking for a pass, and she finds 15, Sanchez inside the penalty area. A little too quick, maybe. Waiting for her posse to come out and help her out in the penalty area. That ball, they're trying to get some through balls, just not working here for the blue shirts. That ball goes out of bounds, chased by Aiden Bailey, the Troy University commit, also playing at Arlington Heights next year, the Yellow Jacket.
I missed the replay, but I think Jacobson has to kind of recognize what was happening. And again, young team, new teammates. But, man, that was a pretty good opportunity.
Mariah Feflova, number 21, and number 26, Brooke Howard, came into the match.
And, yes, as a fan, I am not happy with the non-call on Torres. I mean, I even think that the defender probably should have been booked for that.
That's very difficult to see.
Because she clearly got beat. Here we go.
There's an opportunity here for Fort Worth if they can pick this up. Ball to Jones.
Uh-oh.
And there's an opportunity for Sanchez maybe to get her hands on it, but quickly Peyton Urban catching it. Might have been their best opportunity of the night for Fort Worth. The 34th minute.
Let's take a look at it, Matt. I think a lot of good things happening here.
You can see that here on the replay, John. That's Katie Jones, number 2, taking it to the right and then getting it across, but the header back to the goalkeeper, Urban, and she was able to make the save.
Jones was just, look, it's just difficult. She was head down, ready to go, and then obviously the defender did very well, and she had to turn back and start over, kind of a thing. But that's something the Vaqueros need, and I think we're seeing more and more of that. It's going to happen. It's going to come. It's going to happen.
Jones using her speed to get behind the defense to make all of that happen. Here's Gernsbacher with a free kick. Referee says no handling, thankfully.
He better not.
And that ball played up to
Torres
with a nice move inside, looking inside as well for number 7, Jacobson, but turned away by Reese Carpenter.
I'm going to be honest with you. Reese Carpenter is going to be trouble all night.
Yes, she is, the 5'11" redshirt sophomore from Creighton. Looks like we've got another substitution here, 36 minutes into the match. Coming in, number 13, Natasha Ferreira, making her Fort Worth Vaquero debut, as well as number 15, Lainey Kalsu, Oklahoma product, and as well number 5, Valeria Miranda, coming into the match for Austin. In these last 9 minutes or so, at least of regulation, unfortunately that ball goes over and turns into a goal kick for Austin.
I think I like what we have kind of going. Jones, Torres, Sanchez.
Yeah, those players up front.
Something's going to happen. Now, there's this fine line because they're not giants, and I mean that in a complimentary way. And maybe we can call somebody, obviously we can talk about Burkhart and Westbrook, and these are bigger, stronger players who are meant to play in the back, you know?
Right.
So anyway, it's obviously a tactical thing.
Torres looking for an inside. She brings the ball up to the D. Torres finding 18, Westbrook. Westbrook lets it fly, and here's a chance here, if a little quicker, unfortunately, for Sanchez. As the defense left their goalkeeper hung out, Peyton Irvin able to get her 5'7" frame and everything on that one. The Trojan from the University of Arkansas Little Rock.
Hashtag your social media posts with hashtag Somos Vaqueros.
I feel like I'm using insulting words without, I don't mean to.
No, not at all. I don't think so.
I mean, you kind of need, all right, let's.
Much more scripted game here for Fort Worth. That ball played out, a through ball played, but Cristione able to pick it up, number 11. You just kind of wish you'd settle the ball here or something, but they are, and 13 able to pick that up for Ferreira. Their first opportunity, referee not interested, and you can hear that in our crowd mic. Virtue, back to Getica.
Easy. Yep. Okay, that's all right. Look at this.
Referee's not going to like anyone playing the ball on the ground, baited, so dangerous play called by the referee.
All right, well, good for him. He did something right. He knows the laws of the game, right?
It's a nice call by him, yes, the one you're supposed to make.
The one that anyone can make, Matt.
Reese Carpenter. And that pass up. And that
Weird.
ball was what? That ball was not out of bounds?
Who knows?
Huh? Okay. So that and another. Okay. All right. That's interesting. All right. So anyway, substitutions also coming in with 7 minutes to play, 6 minutes to play, 31. Vanessa Adams for Austin. And number 9, Shelby Hollywood. A commit to
Say
Abilene
what?
Christian. Yes, her name is Shelby Hollywood.
Vanessa Adams and number 9.
She's committed to Abilene Christian. She graduated from Salado High School this year. Committed to Abilene Christian, the Wildcats. D1. And then another throw in, this one taken by Michelle Davidson from Emory University in Atlanta. All played out. Many of these young women playing for the Austin Rise squad, I believe 7 of them played at Lake Travis High School at some point in their life, which is pretty much of a powerhouse in the state girls soccer programs, one of the better squads in the state. Many of them come from that, also from Sting and many of the other clubs around. So they seem to be probably, at least they know each other fairly well, and that kind of is evident here. Several of these players have played on the Austin Rise squad for a couple years now. Gernsbacher and Jurgovich and Peyton Urban, the goalkeeper. Fort Worth moving the ball around. And this ball just needs to be settled, John. And it is for Austin. That's Carpenter. And she finds Hollywood. Well, that ball was out of bounds. She's probably standing out of bounds. The ball found its way across the touchline.
She didn't feel the bleachers.
Yeah, the bleachers are kind of close.
No,
right?
to your point earlier in the match, you're like, there's not a lot of space over there.
There's not very much space over there. You could see one of the photographers trying to crouch down, but he might be on the field of play. It's awfully pretty close. Coming into the match, Kayla Herrera for Austin. And coming off is Crescione.
Crescione doesn't look right. I think she's injured.
She might be. Yeah, she's run a lot this match.
Yeah, right?
She's holding her arm a little, right. Like her right arm is not well. Throw in by Getica. Fort Worth. She's got to settle this, and number 9 picking that up, Torres. This ball's played out and out of bounds by Westwood. We got 4 minutes or so, 3 to 4 minutes remaining in regulation time, and maybe about a 1 or 2 minute at the most here added on by the 4th official. We'll find that out soon. Nice play there by Westbrook to bring the ball back. And now gets the throw in into a crowd. Number 15, Sanchez, trying to play it. Westbrook there, good defense for her. You can hear the coach, Celaya, Austin Rise, really trying to implore his players to keep playing. That's a handle, but the referee said it is. Made herself look big. That's number 21, Fefilova, excuse me. And here to take it is Bailey. Bailey will play it back to her line mate, Best. Best gets on her horse, looking for someone. 2 players on her, though. That ball almost finds the touch line, but Wallach there to save it and play it back to Curry. And back to Wallach, wearing that number 10 jersey. Curry
That's
with
a great ball.
A great ball to Westbrook, and Westbrook able to hold on to it.
Oh, look at
This
this.
one to Jones, an opportunity here for Fort Worth. That ball just needs to be settled. How many times have I said that?
Well,
this first half?
I think, look, I really like the play of Katie Jones, but I think she needs to be a little more selfish, believe it or not.
Yep.
Sometimes it's okay to be selfish. Sometimes it's okay to find the ball at your feet, put your head down, and just move forward. Look, you're up top for a reason.
Right.
And
right.
your goal is your goal, obviously, is to score goals. I mean, that's your job. Your job is to score goals. So put your head down and go do it.
All the players marked well except for Gedek if they see her over in the left-hand side, but they don't. And that ball played off the head into the feet of Brooke Howard. Howard with a move. And kicked out by Gedeka. Herb Jarvis Christian University, the Bulldog of Hawkins, Texas.
Just outside of our east gate.
Jerica's good. She was good Thursday. She's been solid tonight.
Solid tonight.
Even the indirect kick, the foul when she was playing on the ground. Man, I mean, look, her feet got tangled and she wasn't giving up.
Wasn't giving up. You're right, John. That ball goes into the stands. The fourth official. A nice left-footed pass to the referee. Yeah, the guys in green are a team too. Referee not indicating how much time is remaining in this first half. Likely we're going to have 0, but here's a chance for Austin Rise.
What a good run by 7.
Nice run by, you're right, by Herrera getting into the match, and that might be an opportunity for Fort Worth. They hurry up and go get that throw in. Bounced off the head of the defender, Austin.
What are the chances the referee recognizes this? No, he doesn't. Of course he. Look at that. And he just, what a, oh my God.
And that'll do it. No additional time inserted into the first half. And so it ends with Austin Rise with the goal scored on the 21st minute by number 8, Katie Gernsbacher, the former North Texas and UT player from Austin McCallum, with a goal in the 21st minute. It's our only score of the game, 1-0. Austin Rise leads Fort Worth Vaqueros, and so far, John, you like what you see?
I absolutely love what I see. You're holding possession, you're getting opportunities, you're defending the ball well. There is absolutely nothing you can do with this Gernsbacher goal.
Right.
I mean, maybe mark a little better, but in the end, she just finished brilliantly, you know? Yeah. So, yep. I mean, I really do. What you said, I like what I see. And I think we're going to see a goal, and I think we're going to have a game. The next 45 minutes could be very entertaining.
And so come back and watch the second half with us here at Fort Worth Vaqueras Soccer on YouTube. Stay tuned for the second half after this.
Dude.
Don't sweat it. Call Willard to know. Take advantage of Willard's 2-year parts and labor guarantee and get a $49 AC tune-up that works like magic. Schedule service online at willardac.com or phone the Gnome 972-968-8888.
Big or small, Willard handles it all.
Welcome back to W.O. Barnes Stadium for Vaqueras soccer. Football here, Fort Worth down. Thank you for watching here. We watched the first half. Fort Worth in the 21st minute. Katie Gernsbacher for Austin Rise scored the only goal in this one. 1-0 Austin leads. And thanks for joining us for the second half here on YouTube. Fort Worth Vaqueras playing in the lighter of the blue shirts. And the Austin Rise team, probably more of a royal blue. Austin Rise in the darker blue shirts in those kits tonight. Fort Worth really battling and playing well with this Austin Rise squad that is leading the table in the Lone Star Conference. Fort Worth a little more hop in their step, and here's an opportunity here for Katie Jones, but cannot get around Reese Carpenter. Pass to Michelle Davidson. She looks around the right side. Fort Worth, as you can tell, moving from right to left on your screen. Austin in the dark shirts moving from left to right. They've changed sides on Fort Worth, looking into the sun, which is not necessarily a huge problem except for the goalkeeper. Usually that is a problem for Mr. Curry.
Matt, sorry, as I was taking a potty break and demolishing that delicious ice cream sandwich that Anthony gave us.
Thank you, Anthony.
I was able to, no kidding, I was able to talk to Peyton Urban, the goalkeeper for Austin Rise, and I said, how bad was the sun? Quote, here's what she said. Awful. My eyeballs feel sunburned.
Oh, my, yes.
And then I did ask, I go, are you going to stay in or are you going to make a change? And she says, we're making a change. So, and you've already recognized that.
It doesn't look like they made a change quite yet, but I could see that. The players moving around, most of them have played in the match, except the reserve goalkeeper, Kaylee Hall, her from Creighton, and the Blue Jays, a D1 player.
Did I get the names wrong? I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Did Kaylee start?
Kaylee did not. Peyton Urban played.
Based on the numbers, 00 is in currently, and 1 came off.
Came off, huh?
Well, I hope I got this. I apologize if I got everything wrong. Well, here's what's interesting. I'll go ask because Anthony Harris is joining us.
Anthony
Got us?
Harris.
What's up, guys? Thanks
Hey.
for having me.
Good evening, Anthony.
Good evening. How are you?
The general manager of the Vaqueros and the Vaqueras, both squads.
Thanks,
So-
Matt. Thanks. We appreciate you. And sounds like I'm going to have to stock up on some ice cream sandwiches.
Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Fort Worth here with a free kick. I'm down 1-0, just 3 minutes into the second half. And those of you probably watching the TST side, we hope you're watching the second your broadcast of your other squad here on YouTube. TST, the soccer tournament. Austin Rise also playing right now with Bumpy Pitch FC in the semifinals of that, or excuse me, the quarterfinals of that tournament. Austin Rise here with a 1-0 lead and an opportunity here for 21, Maria Faflova.
Wow.
And a save by Jesse Curry. You like to see that, don't you, Anthony?
Yeah, absolutely. I love watching saves like that.
Let's take a look at it here. I mean, not a lot of danger, but just makes herself big. And there was a lot of space for Austin here. Look at that.
What a save there, a two-handed save, right? A high press being employed by Austin Rise. Fort Worth equal to the task and starting to move the ball up the field. Unfortunately, a 3-on-1 played quickly to Sanchez, but defended well by Austin.
So, Anthony, summer of soccer, my friend. Jeez.
Right?
We don't get a break, do we?
It has been definitely a fast and furious difference from the past few seasons, you know. past few seasons, the men's team, they have 10 games, 5 home, 5 away. So we know we have 5 home games. Well, now we have 2 teams, and so it's 10 games. And yeah, we've been in here with like a couple days of rest, right back at it, and it definitely feels more of a summer of soccer than prior.
Well, I'll tell you this: it's double the work. I hope they doubled your salary.
Well, hopefully Hitch is listening to that. But it's definitely fun. It's exciting to see Fort Worth have a women's team. These girls, watching them play, it's exciting. They put a lot of effort and grit into it, and I just think the results haven't been there, but they just gotta put it together. All these other teams out here have been playing 4, 5, 6 years, and this is our first. We're in our 5th game.
Oh, good grief! Yeah, Karina Chavez making an appearance. Yeah, we talked about this on air. It's just like it's gonna get there. It's gonna come. Don't be disappointed in results. Look for progress and things that are working well. And we've already seen it, match to match. And especially tonight, we talked earlier on air about how the United States held 60% of possession and still lost the game today against Turkey. So things like that are going to happen. But no, I hope you're seeing the same thing that we're seeing is things are getting better and looking better, and we could see the camaraderie of the team get better as well.
No, I agree. I think if you watch each game, whether on YouTube or in person, you can see from game to game that there is improvement. Even tonight's game, the effort and the grit that they're showing, they're playing a little rough out there, and it's exciting to watch.
Soccer is a physical game, and Fort Worth been equal to the task tonight. You've been seeing a lot more possession-based and a lot more movement by the players, especially to hold on to the ball, make good passes, and that's good to see. And we've also seen a lot of quick turns, quick movement on the ball there with Guerrica.
Look at this ball.
Pass it in to Chavez.
No, Matt, you're right. I mean, the technical ability of these girls is it's fascinating. Every time I'm just watching them, the step and turn and step overs and everything. It's a lot of fun. Anthony, you saw all that coming into open tryouts and everything.
Yeah, no, we saw that from the very beginning, and I mean, it was to back it up a little bit, we were blown away at the just the response we got that there was going to be a women's team launching. On average for a tryout, we have 25 to 30 players, and we had 3 tryouts for the women's team.
Good girl.
Immediately had 25, 30 players a tryout.
Nice play here as well. The players really playing up and playing some defense, but quick to pick this one up is Higashi along the right side. And Best clearing it out. Tabaru. Both of those ladies scored in the last game against Fort Worth down at House Park in Austin. And this is a throw in here for Fort Worth. Now, the closer we get into this, 6, 7, 8 minutes, as we keep crawling into it, Fort Worth just a goal away from making this interesting. It's Guerrica. At least interesting on the scoreboard. They are playing very well, but let's try to get a result.
Is that Natasha into the game, our newest player?
Yes, our newest player, number 13, Natasha Ferreira.
Yep, Ferreira, yep.
From South Carolina upstate, the Spartans in Spartanburg, South Carolina, Division I squad.
Anthony, another thing we talked about is how unfair this is to you. We talked about how, like in the NHL and even the NFL in the 90s, there was always an expansion draft. You didn't get that opportunity. You just had to you had to start from scratch.
Yeah, no, we did, and myself with Coach Sergio and Eric, we just. But back to it, it was just overwhelming outpouring of players. The last tryout we had 40 girls show up, and they were there 30 minutes before the tryout even started, waiting on staff to set up to check them in. We got there early, and we weren't there early enough. They were 40 girls excited to try out, and so Eric and Sergio had the work cut out for them.
I sure did here at Austin, able to maneuver the ball around the right side. And they tried to do in the first half. That's Higashi all the way across. A little too strong and picked up quickly by Virtue. And she finds Sanchez.
That's something
strong.
that's going to get better. It's going to get better.
Now, one thing you'd think about the team being acclimated to a much, I don't want to say a smaller pitch, but a very different size than many of them have been used to playing in college. And playing in this usually not as wide, but that's where I see a lot of teams here trying to make some short passes through the middle, but Fort Worth has been defending well. Best, they're picking that one up.
She's so good.
From Lubbock Christian, 33 Davidson to taken away, and a chance here for Chavez. Turn, nobody around, right?
Absolutely, great vision, great vision. Didn't recognize any pressure.
Ball a little too strong for Sanchez. It goes over the touchline.
And these are the little things that, like I said, are going to get better. And then let's see if I caught this Sherika turn. Watch her dispossess here. And this is brilliant. And this is what's going to get better right there. That's going to get better. That comes with time.
A nice step over here, an opportunity here for Austin. Ball played over the top to Maya Ramirez. Lauren Westwood. Let's move inside. And a play inside, well defended by Fort Worth. This one to Ramirez.
Nice.
And again, Westbrook on the case. Nice. And the chance for Torres. Here we go. There's a chance for Fort Worth to fortify and get down the field.
That's the second time Torres has done somebody up and didn't get the foul that she deserved.
No. Higashi to Tabaru. And a one-touch 21. Feflova all the way across their fifth pass during this sequence. Finding 21 Feflova. Thank you, Anthony, for joining us, sharing some insights about the squad.
Thanks, guys. Y'all keep doing what you do. We love you.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, Anthony and I.
You can.
Anthony and I, we have a great relationship. We met each other in a really, really strange time, what we call COVID.
Yeah.
So we had to learn a lot about each other really, really fast, and
but not near each other. That's for sure.
Well, true, very true. No, Anthony's the best, man. He's always got a smile on his face. You know, good, bad, ugly, whatever. He's always got a positive attitude. Works his butt off.
Yep, for both of these squads.
All right.
You'd like to see a result here. Fort Worth, several opportunities here, and they get one. I'll tell you this. Rogelio Celaya, the coach of Austin Rise, imploring his team to get down the field, and, I mean, very demonstrative. I hope we get to see some more of that, but he's I wouldn't say he's disappointed, but leading 1-0, but probably thinks that this score should be much higher than that.
If that's what he's thinking, I disagree. I think this match has been dead set level.
It has been, except for that one play.
Now, Gernsbacher's goal was amazing. She was left unmarked, and she did everything right. So composed, collect, look down, look up, put it in the corner of the net, you know. But other than that.
Gedeke able to fend off 33 Davidson.
Matt, you don't see that goal. You would look at this match and go, I have no idea who's winning. And you would think it's a 0-0 draw.
You'd think so. Fort Worth moving the ball around very well. This chance for Sanchez. The goalie comes out and plays at Urban.
Chipper.
And the goalie out, and you could hear the crowd very interested, but Chavez a little too quick with that one, unfortunately.
That's okay. You got all your teammates. You got the crowd screaming at you. Hey, goalkeeper's out. Let's take a look at this.
Fort Worth winning this one. Chavez to Virtue. Way back out to Westbrook from her submit, and a step over number 9 here to pick it up. Torres. The referee calls a foul on Fort Worth.
I don't have a problem with that, actually. I think their feet got tangled in what do we call it? The tie goes in a run, or the tie's probably going to go to the defender here.
Yeah. Tough here with shoulder-to-shoulder action. That's what happens.
You know, I feel bad. So I feel bad talking to Kay. I hope I get this right, because I did talk to Kaylee Hall, the goalkeeper for Austin. And if we got our names mixed, I am so sorry, but she was super nice. She was just like, oh, God. Yeah, that son was amazingly horrible to look into.
My apologies as well if we've been calling the wrong player the entire time. We can't see the goalkeeper's numbers, obviously, and I was told that Peyton Urban was the starter. So my apologies if I've gotten it wrong with Kaylee Hall, or from Exeter, New Hampshire. A place I lived in once in my life.
Get out of here.
A long time ago, yeah. So there's a chance and a shot taken by Feflova.
It's going to be a goal kick for the Vaqueras.
A goal kick for the Vaqueras. Now, the interesting thing about this team, right, the Austin team, is that, again, not a lot of these players are in college. Many of them have graduated and maybe gone on to other things. A little older than many of the Vaqueros. Vaqueros, excuse me. Which I'm not sure one way or the other with that, but it is interesting, the squads that Fort Worth has played, all Division I schools generally in Fort Worth, some Division I schools, some high school players, all of them working together and playing very well tonight. Opportunity here for Austin. Forward's got to clear this, and a shot, and a goal. Fortunately, it looked like number 2, Jurgovic, with the goal. We're going to see that here in the replay.
Well, sometimes the ball just falls in the right place. And how lucky is that?
Or 21.
Now, let's not discount what just happened.
21.
She ripped that thing and put it away, as she should have. But, yeah, back to your point about maybe older players and the younger players. Look, Matt, we've talked about this forever in our very good. How do I describe our soccer careers, right? But can you imagine having the brain of a 45-year-old and the body of a 20-year-old?
No
I mean, how many times have you and I are playing and your vision is there. You're like, oh, I'm just going to do this. How simple is this? And your body's like, yeah, you can't do that anymore.
You can't do that. That's the first thing that goes, I tell you.
Uh-oh, I forgot to transition. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Marija Feflova with the goal. Brought the ball down into the penalty area and just shot it past Jesse Curry for the second goal. It's 2-0 Austin Rise. And just like that, the lead is doubled.
And these are things, look, they're working hard to get in that position, but that's just, like I said, the ball just kind of falls in a certain spot.
Like a garbage ball you were talking about earlier. It's something you got to be able to handle.
And goals are contagious.
Right.
And once the Vaqueros start seeing the back of the net and feeling what it's all about, then they're going to come, and they're going to come fast. That's my opinion. I'm probably totally wrong, but
goals are contagious. Like hitting, you kind of hope the Rangers would figure that out.
Right,
So.
and sometimes you just need someone.
They needed something today. Their center fielder Haggerty getting 3 hits. Yes, I mean, anything can happen, but you're right. Once the goal starts coming, then everyone sees it happen. Just like in basketball, you got to see the ball go through the hoop. What the better scorers say. So, back to W.O. Barnes tonight. Fort Worth down 2-0 to Austin Rise, the leader of the Lone Star Conference, at the top of the table. This is exactly the same score that how the game ended up when they played each other 10 days ago. And Akira Tobu, one of the goal scorers in that match. A nice pass to 21. Feflova, the one that just scored the goal. And defended well by Emma Best, as always.
Brought to you by
We do mention her name a lot. It's good that we mention her name when she's doing good things. It's not so great that we're mentioning her name a lot because
it happens. Emma is a Midlothian product. Also at Lubbock Christian, we talked about a chaparral in Lubbock. 24 matches started for them. She'll be a junior upcoming. This upcoming season, which, again, John, it starts pretty quickly for them. Any of these women that are playing in this league that are still playing in college, they don't get much of a summer. They'll have to report back in August, and our summer season ending somewhere in in July. Not much of a summer for them. Rylan Burkhart coming in is for Fort Worth, and Maya Sanchez coming off. Like Burkhart's probably going to play the forward as she's been apt to do, but she sometimes plays midfield. Here she has the ball out in front. The pass out to Ferreira, the newest Vaquera. Chavez working really hard, as well as number 7, Claire Jacobson, also a Lubbock product, a Lubbock Christian product. Chavez gets her right foot in there, and they've got to be able to get this ball back and make something happen.
Matt, what do we call this with Burkhart kind of going to play up top? Now, don't get me wrong. Jones, Sanchez, who else is up there that just works her butt? Chavez is part of it. But it's the thing we talk about, like it, and Abby Wambach kind of played 2 roles. She could clearly go back and play last defender, but she also would play that up top role. But again, her back was to the goal a lot of the time. Now we all remember her great goals where it was up in the air and heads and all that. But in the end, being a big striker to be able to play with your back to the goal is a meaningful thing.
It reminds me of old school basketball when you'd see the center.
Of course.
When you'd see the center
the
playing
80s Pistons,
right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You'd see the center playing with her back to it.
But look at her. Look at her now.
But Rylan Burkhart coming all the way to the back to try to make something happen, and she does get the ball up to Ferreira. An inside pass there to 7, Jacobson, looking for a streaking Chavez, but can't find her. But wait a second. Torres able to pick it up here at the top of the D. Torres with a shot, and defended well by Austin. A 3-on-5, very difficult there for Fort Worth, but an opportunity. Boy, Jacobson out there trying to chase and play that high press. Unfortunately, it comes back to Bailey, the Arlington Heights product. To Curry.
I think I missed Maya Sanchez when I was. And look, number 2, number 9, number 15. Look, these are the girls up top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Chavez comes in and plays that role as well. But, Burkhart up there, and she's kind of come back a little bit now.
She appears to be playing the midfield, and they're continuing with this opportunity here. Can they capitalize? Claire Jacobson to hold on to the ball. Virtue. The pass and turn to 5, Chavez. As she moves along into the D, a nice turn and a shot and a block. Unfortunately, a block there for Austin. Well defended to Westbrook as she moves along the right side. She moves the ball back to Bailey, back to Best. 17, 19, 2, 3, 4 passes together. Fort Worth needs to string something along. Here's a chance right here for Jacobson along the right side. Moving in is Burkhart. That ball off the head, I guess, of 5'11" Reese Carpenter.
I'm like, Reese, get out of the way already, will you? Because all last 3 opportunities, she's just doing her job.
There.
She's in the way.
Coming in for Austin, number 2.
Let's take a look
Jurgovich,
at
right?
while these subs are happening. Let's take a look at one of those last opportunities. So look at Reese Carpenter right in the middle. Watch this. Watch this. Look what she does. Everything right.
Yeah. Nice block.
That's one of number 3 that happened in like 90 seconds.
Allie Stewart coming into the match for the first time. She's taken over for Annabelle Westbrook. Going to have a breather. It's 70 minutes into the match so far, and Fort Worth down 2-0. Thank you for joining us here on YouTube all around the world. You get to watch the Vaqueras play soccer in Fort Worth. This is Matt Quinn along with John Carney, bringing you tonight's action here from W.O. Barnes, the grounds of Castleberry High School, right outside of Fort Worth. Probably about 10 feet from Fort Worth, as a matter of fact. You kick the ball one way or the other, you're going to end up getting into Cowtown. So Fort Worth has its work cut out for them, down 2-0 in the 70th minute. A goal by Katie Gernsbacher in the first half in the 21st minute, and just 9 minutes ago, Maria Fefilova with a goal, her first, both of those ladies, their first goals of the season. Played up by Burkhart.
So strange that Burkhart came in immediately up top, and now it's, I think you're right. I think she's kind of playing that outside midfield on the left side kind of a thing, which is incredibly difficult to play. You and I know this.
Right.
If someone says, hey, you're playing left midfield, I'm like, I really don't want to do that. That's a lot of running. Because you have to attack and you have to mind your mark,
Right. And that's not something that Burkhart does very often, playing midfield. We had an interview with her before the season and said, I am a striker. By the way, Katie Gernsbacher scored her second goal. My apologies. She now leads the team with 2. The ball played out of bounds. All played out of bounds and a throw-in ensuing for Fort Worth. Yes, that is not something that Ryland Burkhart says happens very often, but she is a striker. And I imagine if she wants to play in college, which she probably does, she's out here, she's probably going to have to be a little more well-rounded and play multiple positions and show people that she can do all the work.
I think there are 22 ladies out on that pitch, and then another probably 20 more that could play any position out here. You know what I mean?
That's right. Right.
I mean, you don't get to this level without just going, where do you put me in, coach? Where do you want me?
Right. And I'm not trying to say anything negative
of course
about
not.
Ryland
No.
here, but that's just not the position that she's been playing for a while.
Well, Matt, I prefer playing up top as well, but normally they put me at last defender or goalkeeper, and I'm just like, okay, whatever helps the team, boss.
I was the 4th-string goalie on a three goalie team, so I know how that works. I learned how to tape ankles pretty quickly if I wanted a letter. All right. Virtue, kick the ball out for Austin, and the throw-in.
Sherika Virtue, is that? Am I saying that right? Sherika?
That's right.
That's so. It's almost Brazilian. Where like that's on her back of her jersey, just Sherika.
Right.
You know?
Sherika. The Keller Central Charger product. Graduate in 2027.
By the way, so I kind of live in my bubble, which is like Fairmount neighborhood, just south of downtown. I've been in Keller a little bit. Holy wow, has that place grown up?
Amazing, huh? Amazing. Keep going a little farther out. Keller and Denton are going to meet each other.
Right.
Our old stomping grounds used to be nothing but cows and trees, and now not so much anymore. Fort Worth still moving the ball around well. And unfortunately, that one hit the touchline before it hit Burkhart's foot.
Jacobson's had a pretty nice match herself. It always seems like she's at the right place at the right time, and that's no accident.
Accident, right. That one's over the fence. Thank God we've got someone over there to catch.
By the way, that dude is at every game.
Every game.
Every game.
Every game. What a fan.
We'll find his name out, and he's going to get some airtime.
What a fan.
You're right.
He brings the vuvuzela. He's very interested. Our next men's match, talking about that. Wait a second. Here's the opportunity for Fort Worth. Before we get to that, Fort Worth moving the ball around well. That's Best trying to throw the ball into the penalty area. Defended by Urban, able to pick that one up.
Matt, this isn't bad at all. Let's see if I get this on the replay. But we've talked about it in the men's game and the ladies' game. This ball by Best is exactly where you want it. Now, this touch right here isn't the best, but look at this. She finds the space, early service, and she does everything right. She gets that ball right where the goalkeeper has to make a decision.
Right, in the in-between ball, the goalie doesn't like those at all. Nice move by Best to get some space and move the ball around the left side by herself. Best coming from her backside position and then tries to play it in, defended well by Austin. So picking this up is 13, Ferreira taking over for Best. And that ball a little too strong for Chavez. Keep in mind, everyone, Fort Worth Vaqueros, the men, will be playing our next match on YouTube. They take on Brownsville in a home-and-home situation on June 12th. We'd love to see you out here as well for the Vaqueras games as well, but let's see if we can make that next one. That's a very important match against Brownsville. Probably has some playoff implications for Fort Worth with only 4 matches remaining.
And, Matt, I do want to remind everybody, not only on YouTube, but National Soccer Network.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
National
absolutely.
Soccer Network
So,
for the ladies, yes.
unless I've done something wrong, I think we are streaming to that network.
All
and
right.
what's really cool about that is there's obviously a match recaps, instant replays, and a Roku channel. So if you have a smart Roku TV, you can download the app, and everything is searchable right there.
Roku channel is really like a game changer. You can put that, you can get that app, and you have it set up all the time. You don't have to go looking for anything. That's really, really cool. You see all of the matches, not just ours, but everyone that's playing in the WPSL.
Go check out the competition. I mean, WPSL, they're a partner, and not just the Lone Star Conference. She's got to be. That flag's got to come up. Nope, I'm wrong.
Nope. There's a chance here for Austin. It's Hollywood has just come into the game, and a shot and a save by Curry. Jesse Curry tonight.
Well
on
done,
the spot.
Well done, Curry. But Hollywood worked hard to get to that right foot, and she ripped that thing, man.
The ball played up to Ryland.
Brilliant.
And a ball, Chavez. Jurgovic.
The only
right on
other,
the spot.
Andrew, the only other Hollywood I've ever known sports is obviously Hollywood Henderson.
Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood Brown. All right. Well, can we get back to a cowboy, dude? So Hollywood Henderson was a linebacker that returned kickoffs, which I thought was always cool. And here's another fun fact. I think he won the lottery twice.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes. Thomas Hollywood Henderson. A great player.
Might have had a drug problem as well. I'm not really sure if I remember.
Maybe. The Super Bowl champion. Number 56, Thomas Hollywood Henderson. And coming into the match, Kayla Herrera for Austin with about 12 minutes or so in regulation. My soccer clock tells me there could be 1 or 2 extra minutes, hopefully for Fort Worth to get 1 on the board. There's a chance for Hollywood.
Ooh.
And defended well by Allie Stewart. She's just come into the match playing on the right side. I guess it is a free kick. The referee, the referee's saying it's a throw-in.
Oh, no, a throw-in.
Yeah, the way he blew, the shrill of the whistle, I agree with you. Playing short, Fort Worth with an opportunity. Many more opportunities here. Jacobson brings the ball along the right-hand side. Can't she pick it up and get into the penalty area with it? Defended well by Austin, as they've done almost all night with their back line. This to Herrera, number 7. You can hear the coach, Vanessa, and you can hear the coach, Celaya. They're trying to implore his squad to continue playing even with a 2-goal lead. Chavez, number 5 here for Fort Worth, moving the ball around. Halleck, not a good touch, but they're able to pick it up with Herrera trying to find Gernsbacher, one of the goal scorers tonight. That ball goes out of bounds, and Gernsbacher will throw it in quickly here as they work. The referee did not like either the throw-in. Not sure what was going on with that, but nonetheless, it helps Fort Worth out.
Well, the assistant referee was whipping that flag like something fierce. Now, he clearly saw something that we didn't see, but that's okay.
It may have been a handle. It may have been a handle. It's about the only thing I can think of that would have happened there. Nonetheless, back to live action here. Austin. A nice crossover for number 7, Herrera.
Turn.
And look at this. Oh.
See what I did there? I anticipated a simple collect and turn before it actually happened.
We're still playing hard. So is Austin with that 2-goal lead. That's Gernsbacher. An errant pass picked up quickly by Ferreira. And a little too strong. I bet number 9, Torres, would like to have that one back.
Did you see her? She put her head in her hands like, oh.
Yep. 10 minutes remaining in this match. Fort Worth looking to get on the scoreboard. You're against the leader in the Lone Star Conference, the Austin Rise. Austin has play started tonight, a 3-point lead over FC Dallas, the team that we watched Thursday. Fort Worth with a very inspired match tonight. You don't want to look at moral victories, but this one they played a much harder game. You kind of wish that they would get a result here for their efforts. Well, we got to get one before we get 2, right? Only 1 point each time for every goal. Fort Worth needs one. A throw in here for Austin. Jurgovic, defender of the year last year in the Lone Star Conference in the WPSL. That ball goes all the way down to Curry.
Nice.
2 players all over the ball here for Austin. They were able to pick it up. That's Gernsbacher. And she's looking for Herrera.
That was incredibly ambitious, but
17 able to pick that up. Best. We've been talking about her
all night long. Uh-oh.
Oh, Mia Wallach almost took one, but no whistle. There was a whistle, thankfully. Mia Wallach.
The referee's arm should come up here, but it's not going to because I don't think he kind of knows what he's doing, really.
Very nice, John. Thank you.
I mean, was there contact? Is this a direct free kick? I mean, I was expecting an indirect free kick, but whatever. What do I know?
Settle that ball down.
Look at this.
Nice idea. Maybe someone will run with Torres.
This is so much fun.
Torres. And it looked like we got a call here for Fort Worth.
I don't think so. Or maybe it was just a. Maybe it's just a throw in.
It's a free
Torres
kick.
has been working so hard. And what's funny is that's the 4th time she has beaten her defender.
Yep.
And it only took the 4th time for the referee to recognize it and call a foul.
So Fort Worth with an opportunity in the 20, about 35 yards away. And Urban looks for a 4-player wall that's not going to be needed. Best able to load up that left foot. And a chance here, but both unfortunately unlucky as well. Number 7, Jacobson, and Rylan Burkhardt had an opportunity there unabated. Just missed it. Great idea.
Was it Best or Bailey who? Well, let's watch this again. I don't think she was expecting the ball from the set piece here, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta get up there." But she does well with it. She does so well with it.
A lateral pass, and it worked out. It really surprised Austin. The defense side of Austin, that's Ferreira into the match, playing really well in the center. She's playing what looks like the 6, trying to play the defensive mid, something they've needed for a while. Best tries to play this ball to Burkhardt, picked up quickly by Austin. That's Herrera. And a drop to 31, Vanessa Adams. Stewart able to defend. Austin bringing other players as well. Jurgovic. And defended by Best. Back inside, Austin with an opportunity here. That one too strong for number 7, Herrera. And a goal kick forthcoming.
Goal kick for the Vaqueros.
Time running out here for Fort Worth. Less than 5 minutes remaining in regulation time. Fort Worth making a substitution. Here comes Maya Sanchez back onto the pitch for Rylan Burkhart.
We knew we were going to see Sanchez again.
Right.
I mean, that was my guess when she left the pitch earlier. But, yeah, you got 5 minutes. She is full of energy.
Well, you can hear that overloading the left side. You can hear that on the crowd mic. That's something you don't usually hear when you're watching games on television. You hear the players talking what to do. Virtue, they're picking up the ball, and a chance here for Fort Worth. Ferreira losing the ball up to Torres. Torres trying to win that race, and she does. At least he gets a throw in. Waiting for our players to show up. Sanchez in the penalty area for Torres into the corner. And defended well by Austin. Turns into a corner kick, though, for Fort Worth.
This is going to be a corner kick for the Vaqueros. Brought to you by Arizona Center Barbershop.
There's a great chance. Let's bring everybody up here, blue shirts. Why not? Down 2-0, and here's a great chance here for Fort Worth to get on the board. And the referee believes a foul was, the referee calls a foul, that blocking out the goalkeeper. Unfortunately, a free kick here for Austin.
I'm going to say something. I probably shouldn't say this, but look at number 13 for the Vaqueros, Natasha Ferreira. Maybe it's just the number, but doesn't she kind of, in her build, kind of Alex Morgan-ish?
Oh, yeah, you can see that.
It's the ponytail. It's the color of the hair.
Yeah.
Now, I hope she doesn't hear that, and there's incredible expectations, but
that's all right. They're all wearing 13 for a reason. Christine Lilly, maybe. Who knows? Whoa, whoa, referee. All right. Let's make sure we get the throw in by Jacobson. Number 7, Jacobson there battling to get it done. Bailey, unfortunately, out. A quick throw in by Lawrence, Alexis Lawrence. Well defended by Mia Halleck to get inside. The best. This back to Curry, really going to string them out, try to get something going. Hollywood able to pick up the loose change. A pass inside for Austin. And a shot taken, and that's a goal.
There is absolutely nothing you can do about that. That is just great individual play.
And Katie Gernsbacher with her second goal of the night, a brace for her. As she scores in the 87th minute, it's 3-0 Austin Rise.
Let me just change the score. Let's see if we get this right. Now it starts, unfortunately. Look at this. That's just brilliant.
It's a great shot there for the UT and North Texas former player.
So unfortunately it starts with a mistake by Jesse Curry. I mean, you had all the time, you had all the space. Things are moving in the back. You do feel a bit rushed, so you want to get that going in the offensive direction pretty fast. And there was a quick turnover. But, man, Gernsbacher, 2 pretty brilliant goals tonight.
2 really, yeah, collected that first one off of her left foot, and a great goal there. Maybe we get one here. Fort Worth with the shot. A little too high for Karina Chavez. And to pick that one up, the All Saints Episcopal product. It's a little too strong in the 89th minute.
This place is going to go nuts if we get a goal at home. I know that sounds.
Let's do it. Let's go nuts. Referee giving no indication of extra time here, so we might be just in the.
Well, he doesn't want to work any extra overtime, does he? I mean, he doesn't want to work any more than he has to.
Very interesting. He's wearing a hat, though. I can tell you that.
Well, that's the 4th official.
And a referee for 20-something years. They don't get to wear hats. Hats are for going to Billy Bob's. So that's what a referee told me when I first started. But anyway, yeah, it's hot out here.
Yeah,
we understand.
that's what all of our assessors told us, and now we all have cancer. So
we should be wearing hats. And that's a foul committed by Fort Worth. The last minute, Austin with a free kick. Good luck to the Austin Rise. They're taking on the Bumpy Pitch FC in that TST tournament. Thank you for watching our broadcast as well, folks down in Austin. We appreciate you. And all over the world on YouTube. We're on all the time. Anytime you want to watch us. Vaqueras Soccer on YouTube. Here's a chance. And, oh, my, Claire Jacobson just with her left foot. But maybe you can get one here. Oh, my, the ball played out. Austin, the last minute here of the match. The referee playing on. Like he is blowing the whistle, and that will do it. Fort Worth losing tonight 3-0 to the Lone Star Conference leaders, Austin Rise. 2 goals in the second half. In the 61st minute by by Maria Fefelova. And then the second one, a brace tonight for Katie Gernsbacher. So 3-0, Fort Worth down tonight. A loss. They will remain in last place in the Lone Star Conference 6-team race with 1 point. They go down to 1 draw and 4 losses, or Austin Rise improves in their 5th match. 4 wins, 1 draw, and now 13 points. So, John, your impressions of tonight's match?
it was incredibly entertaining. Nobody likes to lose, but it's getting better, Matt. And look, tell me I'm not crazy. Every match we watch, it just gets better and better and better, and the chances are coming. The vision is there. The creativity is there. I think there's some work to do with shape and acknowledgement of teammates, maybe, you know, but that's what comes with, that'll get better with training, right?
Right.
You get to know your teammates.
Right.
A lot of these ladies haven't played together before. It's an expansion franchise. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
but no, I am having so much fun watching this.
It is fun to watch. Fort Worth, probably their most improved match, at least at home in this season. At least the scorer tells us that. 3-0, the Austin Rise squad with the victory tonight. So the next match for the Austin Rise is Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, the 11th, in House Park in Austin, where they take on the Corinthians FC of San Antonio at 7 o'clock. Our next Vaqueras home match is next Friday, June 13th, where they take on Futbolera Select. That team's from southwest of Houston and Sugar Land. So come on out and see us. We'd rather you come out and see us, but if you can't, we understand. You can watch us on YouTube all over the world, as well as the National Soccer Network, NSN. See that logo up in the right-hand corner? That's how you know you're watching on NSN. Well, thanks to Lenny Lasher of Castleberry ISD and Andrew Decker, the PA, as well as the hype man, Travis Decker. You had one job. You had one job. Anyway, thank you, hype man Travis Decker. Also, special thanks to Vaqueros GM Anthony Harris for his production value assistance for tonight's match. We enjoyed having him up here in the booth the first time. So, for our cameraman, Mark Foster, with his Baker's Dozen cap, number 13 for him, and producer John Carney, as well as analyst John Carney, our Swiss Army knife, John Carney. We appreciate him for all the work that he does. This is Matt Quinn signing off from W.O. Barnes Stadium. The final score again tonight, the Austin Rise 3, the Fort Worth Vaqueras 0. Thanks for watching Fort Worth Vaqueras soccer all around the world on YouTube and NSN. So, stay classy, Cowtown.